Good morning, preschoolers. This is Miss Leica. I'm in my dining room, sort of, your living room, and we're going to do a water experiment. So, thought I was ready, and I forgot the food coloring. So here's what we've got. I cut up, let me get this way so you can see. I cut up a water bottle, and I've got pebbles, and I've got water, and I've got food coloring. So we're going to do some experiment on how heavy, move my plant, how heavy is water? And what's heavier, water or leaves or flowers? So I got some flowers from outside my house. I got a really pretty flower bush growing. I got 5 leaves, and I've got a bag full of pebbles. I'm gonna count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got the little ones. I didn't get the big ones. I don't know if the little ones, big ones will work. So first of all, I'm going to show you that water has weight, like you do. When you step on something, or when you step on a scale, the numbers go up because you're heavy. When your mommy or daddy picks you up, sometimes they groan because you're heavy. Did you know water is heavy? I'll show you. I've got my glass of water, and I'm going to put it in our scale. Remember, if they go down, it means it's heavy. If it stays up, it means it's light. So I'm going to pour this water in here and watch what happens. Oops. Let me pour it in here. I didn't know that would happen. Look at that. I just poured a little bit and the scale went down. Let me try to put some in here and see what happens. Oh, look at that. It went down on this side too. So this container of water is heavier than this container of water. So we know water is heavy. It's got weight. So now here goes our experiment. I'm going to pour water. Did you guys get your water bottles? So if you got a water bottle, have your mom or your dad cut it so you can put things inside of it to see if it's heavy. So I'm going to pour water inside. Perfect. And I'm going to put some food coloring. I think I'm going to do green so you can see the things that float and the things that sink to the bottom. So I'm going to do 1 drop. I think 1 drop will be enough. There are 2 drops. Let me stir it around. Do you see it's green? It's green? Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this lower so you can see the container. Can you see the container? So now what we're going to do is we're going to see if the rocks sink, go to the bottom, or if they rise and stay at the top, or mean they float. Let me show you what floats. First, I found some leaves in my front yard, so I'm gonna rip it in half because it may not fit. There we go. So here's my leaf. I'm gonna put it. What does the leaf do? Is it sinking to the bottom or is it floating to the top? It's floating because the water is heavier than the leaf. Did you see that? Let's try my flower petal. Found a really pretty flower petal in my front yard on the bushes. So I'm gonna rip one off. It's pretty and it's white. Now, do you think the flower petal will sink to the bottom because it's heavy, or will it rise or will it float because it's light? Is it heavier than the water, or is it lighter than the water? Let's see. I'm going to drop it in. What's it doing? It's floating because the leaf the water is heavier than the leaf, so the leaf isn't falling to the bottom, it's staying at the top. Now, what do you think about this pebble? Do you think this pebble is heavier than the water? Will it float, or will it sink to the bottom because it's so heavy? Are you ready? Let's see. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let's see if you can see it. The pebble is on the bottom because the pebble is heavy. Let's try this one again. This one's a blue one. You can hear the sound when I plop it because it makes a sound. Did you hear that? The leaf went right to the bottom. It didn't float. It went right to the bottom. There was 2 leaves inside there. Let me two rocks inside there. Let's see. Do another pebble. Let's just make sure. It plopped to the bottom. So the rocks are heavier than the water. Rocks don't float. Rocks sink because they're heavier than the water. Pretty cool. You can do this experiment at home. There we go. You guys can do this experiment at home using a container of water and rocks and leaves and flowers. Make sure your moms and dads have checked the leaves and flowers to make sure that it doesn't make you doesn't make you sick, don't put them in your mouth, but you can try this at home. You can also try sponges. You can try lids. You could try all kinds of stuff. You could try tissue paper to see if tissue paper floats or if it sinks. You could try all kinds of stuff. So this is an experiment for you to do at home with your moms and dads. We will see you later. Bye-bye.